Welcome to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton, and welcome to my starting 11 show for Everton versus Watford in the Carabao Cup tomorrow night. Just to correct myself, as I regularly stated during my post-match rant on Saturday night, that the game was on Wednesday night. It is in fact a Tuesday night game, so the game is on tomorrow night. Apologies for that. No doubt my mind was a bit all over the place on Saturday after witnessing what we witnessed, and clearly I wasn't thinking straight. It's good in a way that we have this opportunity to bounce back from that debacle very quickly with this cup tie, and a win you'd think now is absolutely crucial if Marco Silva is to salvage his Everton career and also give the fans a rare something to cheer in what threatens to become a truly horrible season otherwise. For that reason, I think Silva has no choice but to take this match very seriously. Even with the Spurs game on the horizon, I think changes will be minimal. I say minimal changes, and that means maybe deviating from the normal tradition of picking your number two keeper for the cup ties. That is something we actually have done. I think that was actually because of Jonas Lissel's injury rather than wanting to keep Pickford in the other games, but I do think Pickford will have to be picked tomorrow night, and he will continue his 100% record in the starting lineups so far this season. In front of him, I reckon the back line will remain unchanged, even if it is out of necessity rather than choice. The one that may well stay the same out of choice will be Jibril Sidibe. Sidibe's performances haven't been outstanding, I don't think, but they've still been much better than anything Seamus Coleman served up so far this season, and I think he should keep his place. Michael Keane is certainly out of necessity. He's probably the player that has dropped if Yerry Mina was fit to come back in, but unfortunately, that looks unlikely. So Michael Keane keeps his place alongside Mason Holgate. Of course, they're the only two remaining fit senior centre-backs in the Everton side now, as a result of maybe our failure to sign Kurt Zuma coming back to bite us there. We still haven't seen Leighton Baines make an appearance for us this season, and given the severity of the situation, I think first choice left-back Luca Dean will most likely continue to get the nod. Despite the clamour from fans to change the system, I unfortunately don't see Marco Silva changing from his almost unhealthy obsession with 4-2-3-1, and so there will again be two sitting midfielders once more. However, I do reckon Tom Davies and Andre Gomez are probably the most dynamic pairing we have available to us, and I'm confident and I'm hoping like hell really that it's those two that he goes with, because it will give us a little bit more movement in the midfield than perhaps a Morgan Schneiderlin or a Fabian Delph. The first change in this team will come in the form of Richarlison, who of course has started the last two games up front, but he'll be switching to left wing, I reckon, owing to the need to replace Bernard on that flank after his unfortunate injury on Saturday. I personally think that the inverted left wing role that is now going to be left open from Bernard's injury would suit Anthony Gordon perfectly, who's been, of course, doing fantastically well in the under-23s. And I do believe he deserves a chance. Unfortunately, I am running out of faith in Marco Silva to ever give our top youngsters a chance, and it's one that many of the best ones, the likes of Gordon and Ellis Sims, are proving in the under-23s that it's a chance that they deserve. Nonetheless, I think Richarlison will move out to the wing, which will allow Alex Iwobi to move back into his number 10 role, where he has performed better than Gylfi Sigurdsson this season, and I think it would be a detriment to Iwobi to keep him shoved out on the wing, and it'll just maybe stagnate our play a little bit. So maybe get Iwobi back in the middle, and that might help us a bit more on the attack. I expect Theo Walcott to keep his place on the right wing. Once more, out of necessity as injuries pile up. Again, though, it's hard to see what the alternative is right now with so many players out injured. The one big change will be up front, with Richarlison moving to the wing after 2 games up front, like I say. Silva has to make a big decision up top. Does he pick Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who scored a good goal at the weekend, or does he give Moise Keane his chance to finally kickstart his Everton career? It's a difficult decision, but for me, Keane will get the nod, as he already has throughout this cup run so far. And if there's anything we've learned from the past year and a half under Marco Silva, is that Marco is very much a creature of habit, for better or worse. We've just got to hope that in this case it will be for the better. But we've got to wait and see now. It's going to be a very big game. So there you have it. That's the starting 11 that I reckon Marco Silva will pick for tomorrow night's home clash against Watford. A big game indeed, and I reckon it will be for that reason. Big names for the said occasion. The onus is, of course, on Marco Silva and the players to bounce back from the debacle on Saturday and give the club a much-needed boost. And I honestly reckon that his job may ride on it if Mashiri's words prior to the West Ham game were anything to go by. But that's it now. We've just got to look ahead to tomorrow. Be sure to check out the channel for all the content which will follow the game. I'll have a match reaction coming your way, and fingers crossed if we somehow manage the rare commodity of an Everton win, we might be able to give you some cup draw coverage as well on the Wednesday night. So be sure to get subscribed to the channel and give this video a like and a comment too. And as always, guys, thanks for watching on the Toffee Blues.